from Manila. Mr. Manila, congratulations sa'yo for making it this far. We have 45 seconds for you to answer this question. I'm sure kayang-kaya mo yan. Laban tayo. All right, your question is... All right, good luck. Again, all of our candidates have different questions and all 12 semifinalists will be answering the same given 45 seconds. Grabe yung pagkatupi na to, Jack. Parang ayaw mong pabasa. All right, here we go. Question goes like this. Digital activism in a dangerous time. Many activists are forced to move their advocacy online due to threats, censorship, or discrimination. As Mr. Gay World Philippines, how will you use your digital platform to influence real-world change? Again, many activists are forced to move their advocacy online due to threats, censorship, or discrimination. As Mr. Gay World Philippines, how will you use your digital platform to influence real-world change? 45 seconds. Good luck.
In our very world today, where a lot of people have their own opinions about whether political, environmental, or anything, but I believe as a Mr. Gay World title holder or as a beauty king, we have to promote positivity to each and every person, especially in the digital world, because a lot of people are swayed by the fake news that is happening, especially in TikTok and Facebook. This information that is spreading across the youth is very dangerous. And we, as the advocates, have our responsibility to be the best version of ourselves, to give an example and make a difference for the future youth. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat din sa'yo, Gian Henderson from Manila. All right, let's move on now to our next semifinalist from Pasig. Pasig, ang dami-dami mong fans na sumusuporta sa'yo. Baka naman gusto mo lang din silang i-shout out at pasalamatan sa suporta nila sa'yo tonight.
My family is here with me. I love you.
It must feel absolutely amazing knowing that your family is here supporting you and nandito lumalaban din kasabay mo. All right, so same with our first semifinalist. I want to give you 45 seconds to answer the question. And your question goes like this. It's all about global politics and local fear. Now, Donald Trump has returned to power in the U.S. And one of his first moves was to roll back LGBTQ+ protections. How do we make sure political shifts abroad don't weaken the fight for equality here in the Philippines? Donald Trump has returned to power in the U.S. and one of his first moves was to roll back LGBTQ+ protections. How do we make sure political shifts abroad don't weaken the fight for equality here in the Philippines?
Thank you. I believe that we citizens are exercising our rights to vote. And since we have the power to choose the leaders that will rule our country, we have to choose those who will really support the cause of the LGBTQ community without getting affected by the decisions of other nations, because we are a sovereign nation and we have our own rules, we have our own constitution, and we should never be affected by whatever decision or rule that other countries do. Thank you.
Very well said. That was Eric Magsalos from Pasig City. Maraming salamat. Malaking bagay din talaga no, yung suporta, yung palakpakan. Pero mga kaibigan, I would like to also take this moment to request from all of our live audience members here na habang po ang ating kandidato ay sumasagot, hayaan po muna natin silang matapos ang kanilang sinasabi. Saka na po tayong magwala, magpalakpakan, maghiyawan pag natapos na para din hindi ma-disturb, kumbaga, yung kanilang train of thought. Alright? Let's move on to candidate, or our third semifinalist, candidate number 9, Kirby Empleo from Talisay, Cebu. All right, we have Mr. Kirby Empleo. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Grabe yung tindig ni Kirby, no? Talagang straight body. Pang pageant, matanong ko lang, no? Pang ilang pageant mo na itong nasalihan?
Actually, my first ever.
Your first ever
Yes.
pageant at national pageant agad?
Yes.
Grabe, congratulations for making it this far in the competition.
Thank you.
Good luck. Here we go. I will be asking you your question, and same as our first two finalists, I will be giving you 45 seconds. And I will be asking the question twice. Here we go. All about corporate allies, support or strategy. Now, some companies celebrate Pride only when it is convenient. As a public figure, how would you encourage brands to support the LGBTQ plus community, not just during Pride Month, but all year round? Some companies celebrate Pride Month only when it's convenient. As a public figure, how would you encourage brands to support the LGBTQ plus community, not just during Pride Month, but year round?
As a first timer here in this pageant, I think it's high time for us to continue on supporting our LGBTQ allies and community, because we do not need any more pageants, because how many pageants do we have to go through in order for us to encourage them to support us? And we do not need any more strategies, as if only we only try to accept within us that things are changing constantly, and I think that's the way for brands to keep on entertaining and keep on supporting our community. Thank you.
Maraming salamat from Talisay, Cebu. That's Kirby Empleo. All right, moving on to our fourth semifinalist from Iloilo, Michael Vincent Palmes. Hello, Michael. Grabe, no? All the way from Iloilo.
Yes.
Ikaw ba lumipad pa from Iloilo for this competition or dito ka na nakabase sa Manila?
Lumipad pa po ako galing Iloilo.
Lumipad ka pa?
Yes.
Grabe naman, maraming salamat ha sa dedikasyon mo sa ating competition na ito. Now again, I will be asking you the same way as I've asked our other semifinalists, and we will give you 45 seconds to answer your question. Good luck. Mental health and erasure. Many LGBTQ plus people still feel unseen, especially those outside Metro Manila, or who are not out. What message would you give them to let them know they matter? Many LGBTQ plus people still feel unseen, especially those outside Metro Manila or who are not out. What message would you give them to let them know they matter?
Thank you. I would tell them that their existence is their existence is a testament of resilience and strength. I would tell them to be bold, be strong, and to stand up and tell their stories. Stories that they alone can narrate. Stories that will inspire others to be strong. Because I believe as a community, together, we are stronger. Thank you.
We indeed are stronger together. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Michael Vincent Palmes from Iloilo City. Now moving on to Christoph Villarde. Christoph, ang dami mo ring supporters ng ibang klase. Baka gusto mo rin silang pasalamatan na given this opportunity.
Hello po sa lahat at magandang gabi po sa lahat. So salamat po sa mga sumusuporta sa akin. Kaya natin to.
Kayang-kaya yan. Naniniwala ko. You know, it's also a nice opportunity to hear yourself, no? Naririnig mo yung sarili mo. And it's also nice dahil magigauge mo, kumbaga, how you will manage kung ano yung sasabihin mo sa entablado. So again, 45 seconds. Your question goes like this. Being part of the LGBTQ plus community is not just about visibility. It is about responsibility. How will you ensure your advocacy goes beyond social media and truly serves the needs of grassroots LGBTQ plus Filipinos? Being part of the LGBTQ plus community is not just about visibility, it is also about responsibility. How will you ensure your advocacy goes beyond social media and truly serves the needs of grassroots LGBTQ plus Filipinos?
I was born and raised into a patriarchal family. And it is hard for me that I was given a pressure from my family. Because of my determination and perseverance, it became into my stepping stone, and it shaped me into a strong, independent person I am today. And I am here, standing in front of you, to promote my advocacy and to be the voice to those who feel unheard. And I believe that if we unite as one, we can create a community that is full of love, hope, and support. Thank you.
Christoph Villarde from Tanza, Cavite. Maraming salamat. Now moving on to our next semifinalist. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mabalacat, Pampanga, here's Dale Dizon. Grabe to, idol ko to, bata pa lang ako eh. Dale.
Hello, Sean.
You know, you have been given so many awards. Do you feel that receiving awards so early on in the competition gives you added pressure, or nakaka-boost ba ito ng confidence na makatanggap ng napakaraming parangal? Ano pa lang, simula pa lang yung pageant.
Honestly, I'm just overwhelmed about it. I'm not expecting any awards as of the moment because I'm just enjoying it. Now having these awards, it makes me boost also. But at the same time, I'm not letting my guard down.
Oo
I'm
naman.
still doing the things that I need to do.
Tama, tama. Laban pa rin. Huwag kang magpaano, no? Huwag kang magpakampante, kumbaga. Pero kayang-kaya mo to. Let's do this. Your question is all about fighting fake news, and it goes like this. LGBTQ plus figures are often targeted by online rumors and fake news. If you were falsely accused or attacked online, how would you respond? And how would you help others do the same? LGBTQ plus figures are often targeted by online rumors and fake news. If you were falsely accused or attacked online, how would you respond and how would you help others do the same?
It happened to me before when I got bullied online. What I did is just I remained silent, and people keep on asking what happened. And that's the time that I just give my own words and my expressions and also explanations. That's how I say to the other people that I am innocent, I didn't do anything wrong, and everything was good. And I urge everyone also who has the same feeling and experience that do the same thing. Always be silent, but when asked, just give their own intentions of your piece and explanations. That's why I became confident with myself, and you should also confident with yourself also. Thank you.
Striving for confidence in oneself. Maraming salamat. That was Dale Dizon from Mabalacat, Pampanga. Now moving on, this time to Ken Joshua Ancheta from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Tama ba, San Jose or San Jose del Monte? Maraming salamat. Natulungan mo ako. Nabawasan natin yung stress ko doon. Thank you so much. Ken Ancheta. Ken, halfway point na tawag yung pangalan mo as a part of the top 12. Yes. How did that feel for you being so close to the end? Nawawalan ka na ba ng pag-asa nung marami na yung natawag? Or were you still in your mind, akin to, kasama ako dyan?
Of course, at first, I'm afraid, but then again, I'm so excited. And this is not just only a stage, it's a platform for us. So whatever the result is, as long as my friends are here and family, then I am confident.
Absolutely. Use this as a platform to enrich others with your advocacy. Ito na, your question goes like this. It is all about SOGI equality in action. The SOGI equality bill has been pending in Congress for more than 2 decades. If you had the power to pass just one key provision of the bill today, what would it be and why? The SOGI equality bill has been pending in Congress for more than 2 decades. If you had the power to pass just one key provision of the bill today, what would it be and why?
This is a very sensitive topic. Please allow me to speak from my heart. And I know that SOGI bill is very rampant to our country. And I know if there will be a bill that I want to pass, it is the SOGI expression or something that allows me it's not about the same-sex marriage, but it's about the same-sex union that we have. Because we know that same-sex marriage is still not approved here because of what we think that there is a religious person. But then again, in other countries, it is legalized, the same-sex marriage. But it is not about the religious person that's the problem. But the problem is the people, the thinking of the people. But then again, if we will pursue the same-sex union, then we will have an equal protection and equal love for everyone. Always remember that community of hatred, bigotry, and prejudice will not prevail. But what prevails is love, acceptance, and tolerance. Thank you.
San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, Ken Joshua Ancheta. Maraming salamat. Here we go, moving on. Zed Rosal from Quezon City. You know,
Hi.
hindi ka na rin you are not a stranger to environments like these dahil ikaw nagpa-perform sa maraming tao rin.
Yes.
Would you say na ibang experience ito, or does it apply also to the same thing that you do?
I think it's another experience, but when I'm stage, I always think about performance. So parang nagpa-perform lang din talaga ako.
Tama. So every performance, talagang tinotodo.
Yes.
Itotodo natin to. Cedric Rosal, your question goes like this. all about local pride and local progress. We often look to global movements, but let's talk local. What is one specific policy or action you want to push for here in the Philippines to improve the lives of LGBTQ plus Filipinos? We often look to global movements, but let's talk local. What is one specific policy or action you want to push for here in the Philippines to improve the lives of LGBTQ plus Filipinos?
Well, honestly speaking, I am not actually born and raised in Quezon City, but I am born and raised in Davao City, but I choose to represent Quezon City because Quezon City is already inclusive and done a lot of things for our community. And if given a chance to push something, it will be my advocacy, which is same-sex union, and that is the right to care card. Because this is a document with a special power of attorney that queer couples in Quezon City can make related decisions with each other. So I think with this, I can disseminate this. I can lead to disseminate this to other cities, and yeah, disseminate this. And thank you. Take lead. Thank you.
Maraming salamat sa Cedric Rosal of Quezon City. All right, everybody, we have 4 more candidates to go. Tawagin na natin ang ating susunod na semi-finalist. Here we go, Rodelio Candelaria of Tarlac Province. Isa ka din sa mga napakarami talagang sumusuporta. No? How about you give them shoutouts? Sino bang mga nandito na sumusuporta sa'yo tonight?
To be honest with you, I only have few supporters from my province, but I did not expect that there are people who are supporting me, and I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the people who are supporting me, not just me, even the rest of the candidates here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Totoo, no, nakakatawa rin marinig yung palakpakan. You feel na may naniniwala sa'yo aside from the way you believe in yourself.
Exactly, Shan.
So thank you guys. Thank you sa mga sumusuporta. Eto na. Your question goes like this. Pride with purpose. We see grand pride parades every year. But after the glitter fades, are we truly achieving long-term progress for our community? Or are we getting stuck in celebration alone? We see grand pride parades every year, but after the glitter fades, are we truly achieving long-term progress for our community, or are we getting stuck in celebration alone?
As a teacher and Mr. Gay World Philippines, I have developed valuable skills that will complement the competition's values. And I will stick to my advocacy entitled, I teach, I help, and I inspire. With that advocacy, I can say that we are improving our community because we are being marginalized. And just to tell you, my advocacy, it's all about inclusivity and empowering the young learners of today. And I am doing it in my school where I am teaching right now. So I am protecting the rights and the well-being of the students in our school so that at their young age, they know on what they are fighting for and what is right and what is wrong. Also, to take them on leadership role so that at their young age, they can fulfill our duty as LGBTQIA+ members. Thank you.
Once again, from Tarlac Province, that was Rodelio Candelaria making waves for the future of our generation. Moving on, at this time to Taguig, Justin Manlabas. Hi, Justin. Justin, kumusta ka naman ngayong gabi? Iba yung ngiti mo, parang success na success yung pakiramdam. How are you feeling?
Right now, I'm overwhelmed but happy because my friends and my colleagues and my teammates, my family, my loved ones are here supporting me tonight.
Grabe, may pa-banner pa sila. Pangalanan mo nga yung pinakamalakas na sigaw dyan. Sino yun?
Yeah, my teammate.
Ano pangalan?
J-Mill.
J-Mill. J-Mill! Isa kang alamat. Maraming salamat. All right, ready ka na? Your question, 45 seconds, goes like this. All about religion and LGBTQ plus rights. Now, some say faith and queerness cannot go together. What would you say to someone who feels they must choose between their religion and their identity? Some say faith and queerness can't go together. What would you say to someone who feels they must choose between their religion and their identity?
What I can say to someone who have different information or different idea about religion and identity is to do not be afraid to come out. I was able to come out a few years ago and my family supported me. If we will be able to be compassionate, if we will be able to show respect to one another and love as our main language, I believe we will be able to build a community where there is understanding, empathy, and we will be able to see LGBT as a progressive people not in our country. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat. Very, very well. Panelist from Muntinlupa, here's Miguel Hermina. Good luck, good luck. Miguel, yung suporta mo talagang kalat, no? Nandito, meron dito, meron dito. That must feel so thrilling. Ikaw ba nabuboost ang confidence pag naririnig mo yung sigawan? Or nakaka-pressure ba?
Of course, nakaka-boost siya ng confidence. At the same time, I'm very happy to have them tonight. So thank you so much, guys, for coming.
And thank you so much for putting on such an amazing show for everybody. Miguel, your question goes like this. All about reframing the HIV numbers. Now, recent reports show that HIV cases in the Philippines have drastically risen, with 5,101 new cases in Q1 of 2025 alone. Now, some see this as alarming, but others say it reflects the success of outreach and testing efforts. How would you explain the surge to the public, and how should we move forward? Again, recent reports show that HIV cases in the Philippines have drastically risen, with 5,101 new cases in Q1 of 2025 alone. Some see this as alarming, but others say it reflects the success of outreach and testing efforts. How would you explain the surge to the public, and how should we move forward? 45 seconds. Good luck.
That was an alarming reminder for everyone. But increasing HIV cases are not actually bad. If we look into the brighter side of the story, people are stepping forward to know their status. It means we have a lot of people who are getting positive, so that instead of panicking, we should focusing on the next phase of the journey. And that is to encourage these individuals to undergo testing and to undergo medication and treatments, which are free from NGOs and even from the government. As your next Mr. Gay World Philippines, I will take part on this matter. I will make sure that everyone, every community, every member of our community, thank you.
Maraming salamat, Miguel Hermina. You know, I believe it was Doc Vin of Love Yourself who said that the rising cases in HIV do not necessarily mean na dumadami ang infected, but it means that a lot of people are getting tested and are knowing their status, just like what Miguel Hermina has mentioned. Maraming salamat. Now we have Kokoy Navarro of Caloocan. Kokoy, nabasa ko sa profile mo kanina. 33 years later, saka ka ulit sumabak. 33 years ago, were you also doing pageants like these, or were you performing?
I joined a pageant when I was 19 years old.
Okay.
That was 33 years ago. So that time is more of my dream. But this time, I joined again because I want to inspire.
And inspire indeed you are doing. Maraming salamat. Kokoy, your question goes like this. The next Southeast Asian leader. Thailand just legalized same-sex marriage. Do you believe the Philippines can be the next LGBTQ+ leader in Southeast Asia? What needs to happen for that to become reality? Thailand just legalized same-sex marriage. Do you believe the Philippines can be the next LGBTQ+ leader in Southeast Asia? What needs to happen for that to become reality?
I believe that love is love. It's a human feeling. And I believe that that's part of our human rights. And we are fighting for that rights. And I believe that we should accept and we should implement the same-sex marriage in the Philippines, because that's an expression of love. Thank you.